finish this walk, gonna get some breakfast and then head over to the farmhouse. Come here. It's Saturday morning around 7:30. Ordinarily I would be in bed still at this time on a Saturday. I certainly wouldn't be out walking, but we recently got a dog. We got a Border Terrier puppy around 3 weeks ago, I think it is now, between 3 and 4 weeks ago. So now he wakes up early every day. Well, not super early, but around 7, and he's hungry, he wants to go outside for the toilet, and he just seems to spring to life in the morning, not like I usually do. But that being the case, I like to get out with him on the weekends and go for a walk straight away. I do the same in the weeks, in the weekdays, but it's a bit harder because I do have work to get to on a weekday. So we go for a walk, but I'm already starting to think about the next thing that the day has in store for us. But on a weekend, I don't have those restrictions, and we can just walk, be out in the forest as much as we want. I'm lucky enough to live in an area that's surrounded by sort of the forest and the mountains. So this is kind of where we get to walk. We've just come out from the house. We walk up the road a little bit and then we're into the forest. So this is where we are. This is Comet. We've been out walking for, probably been walking for about half an hour, but he's still buzzing and full of life and energy. So it's lovely to see. This is obviously what he wants to do and what he enjoys. Come here. There's a lot of animals in this sort of forest. Come here, what's this? And this morning we've seen quite a lot of, I don't know if it's moose or deer drop-ins. I think it's moose. It's quite an active time of the year for the moose to be moving around, and I think he's finding moose poo on the forest floor. I don't know if we've seen that yet when we've been walking around, so he seems quite interested in that, which is fine. I think he might be eating it, I'm not really sure, but I'm trying to help him to avoid that. I don't know if that's so ideal. I guess that's what dogs do, that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I've got a bag of treats in my pocket, and whenever he's a bit further away from me or he's doing something like that, I don't know why that's there. Oh, I think they manage the forest in these areas because the forest gets a bit overgrown. So they come in, you can see over here. I'll have to come up here with a knife and cut off all this tape actually. See here, they cut all the forest down because contrary to other areas or to sort of general media and what you sort of hear about, there are some places where the forest is intrusive or it has to be managed, otherwise it gets out of control and then it has a negative effect on its own, on the forest, you know, the forest floor and stuff. So come here, come on. He's gone back to the moose drop-ins, so we're going to walk on. Yeah, so they cut parts of the forest down because otherwise it just gets overgrown, I guess, and it also helps light and rain and stuff get through to the forest floor, and the forest floor is also very rich with like blueberries and plants and all the growth. So I think that's why they do it. Sometimes they keep the logs taken away, but sometimes they're not. They don't do that so much, and they just cut the trees down and leave them where they lay. But they put a load of tape up, I guess, to mark what trees are to be left. But then they do the job, then they disappear, move on. They don't take the tape off the trees, which is a bit frustrating because you're in an area where very few people come. Yeah, just people like myself or people that are out walking or hiking. There's very few people, so you generally don't see any trash. There's no evidence of that. And then they've gone and they've left all this tape and that on the trees. So I might come back here, well I will come back here with a knife at some point. We'll come for a walk up here again, me and Comet, and I'll cut all of the tape off the trees and just sort of take away the evidence. Just kind of it's a bit unnecessary, and it just sort of ruins and affects the forest, being clear of that sort of stuff. Come on, let's go. Come on. It was very stormy last night. There was a big storm blowing around. We come out for a little bit of a walk, not for long. It was raining and really windy, and the trees were really blowing. We didn't come here, we just walked a little bit closer to home. But there's a lot of big trees around, and they was really sort of blowing around and blowing over, so we didn't stay out for too long, and it was quite late anyway. But then we come out this morning, there's a little bit of a breeze, but it's really calmed down, and it's a beautiful day actually. A bit overcast. It's not a beautiful day in the sense that it's blue skies and sunny, but it's a nice day to be out in the forest. My friend said to me the other day that I think their dad used to have a saying where he'd say, "There's no bad weather, only bad clothes." So it's sort of stuck in my mind a bit now. So regardless of what the weather's like, I just try and dress good enough for what's going on or what the weather's like, and it seems to work. It's enjoyable to be out, even if the weather's not that pleasant. I can see some marks and some places that I recognise now, so we're getting quite close to home. Maybe another 10 minutes or so, and we should be back. So it's been a good walk. Come here, this way. Come on. Struggling to get the dog treats out of the bag with one hand while I'm holding the phone. Okay, let's go. And he's off. One thing I was really set on when we was going to be getting a dog, I had it in my mind that I really didn't want him to have a life of being on the lead all the time. And lucky enough, well, not lucky enough I guess, but a good situation is that we don't live in a very urban area. We live, and this is sort of the surroundings a lot with the forest. I mean, we're quite close to towns, and there is other people and other dogs and that stuff, so there will be time when it needs to be on the lead. I got the lead with me today just in case, maybe we see another dog when we're out walking or something. But at the moment, when we do this walk close to home, particularly, it's great because he can be off the lead. He does come back, but he doesn't go too far away, and if I've got the treats with me, if I call him back for that, he generally comes back. There's been a couple of times when he hasn't, but that was over in like closer to the sort of urban areas, and it was because he saw another dog, and the dog had more interest for him than the treats that I had. So I've got to work on that a little bit. But so far, when we come out walking like this in the forest, it's a wonderful thing that he doesn't need to be on the lead, and he can just run off and enjoy himself. I think it's a very nice freedom for him, and it's what I wanted. I'm happy to have him on the lead sometimes, but it just doesn't feel very good. I don't really like the dynamic of it. We have a harness, so we'll probably switch to that at some point. It doesn't really fit him so well right now, and the breeder did say that for training and stuff it's good to have the lead, because it's a way you can train them a little bit. So I am using the lead sometimes, but this is just about the best situation that I like, when we're just out walking. It's freer for him, it's freer for me, and we just walk along. He does what he does, and then he comes back usually. Anyway, this is Saturday morning. We're only 5 minutes or so from home now, so we're going to head back, have some breakfast, and then we are heading over to the farmhouse today. I've got some plasterboarding work to do. I'm working on the bedrooms at the moment. Got a bit of an issue because the heating's not working, and the approach we was going to take to fixing the heating system won't actually work now, because a lot of the pipes and stuff are cracked and broken. The pipes and the radiators, they've got damage to them from where they froze in recent years, and the ice expands, cracks all the metal, so they're no good. We're gonna maybe switch now to a underfloor heating system, still be water based, and it can run off of the same units and boilers, so that's good, because like the infrastructure that's there is usable. It's just all the pipe work and the radiators are just no good. So we don't have the money right now to put the new system in completely, so we're just trying to figure out what we can do to get some sort of heating throughout the house, because winter is coming, and it's going to be, I mean, it can get down to like -25 in the winter. It'll certainly be below 0 degrees for a long period, and it's not going to be possible to live there without some sort of decent heating system. So that's what we're working on at the moment, or trying to figure out. But the actual work I'm doing is plasterboarding, and just trying to finish off the bedrooms on the upper floor so we can get them done, then putting some heating into them rooms so that we have a chance of being able to move in there in the coming weeks. The house we're currently living in, we've rented that out on Airbnb, not right now, but in the coming weeks. So we do have a limited time to be able to stay in the house we're currently in, and we will need to move into the farmhouse. So I really need to resolve these things so that we can do that. So finish this walk, gonna get some breakfast, and then head over to the farmhouse. Come here. Come here.